Hi. One of the most common complaints I've heard from customers is the wrong choice of machine vision vendors, or solution vendors, that they've gone with and have not been successful in their machine vision deployments or project. Hi, my name is Raghava Kashyapa, CEO of Qualitas Technologies, and in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips or techniques that you can use to select the right vendor for solving your machine vision automation needs. Before we go into what is the way to select the right vendor for you or to evaluate the right vendor for your needs, let's look at the different parts of a machine vision solution. Now, a machine vision solution really has 4 components to it. The first one is the material handling automation. Now, for a machine vision camera or a system to consistently acquire images and to be able to process it and take decisions, be it inspection of bearing parts or be it inspection of any kind of automotive part, the part needs to be consistently moved and placed in front of a camera so you get consistent images. And that has nothing to do with cameras or software. It's actually automation. It's material handling automation. The second part is once the camera is in front of the part, is to acquire the right image so that the features that you want to detect is clearly visible on the image. Again, nothing to do with the software. This has everything to do with how images and the lighting and the optics are positioned and designed to make sure that the right features are captured with the highest contrast. The third part is image processing. Now that you've captured the right image, it's the job of the software to be able to compute the right result. And the software is the one that's going to be analyzing the images, either using a rule-based image processing algorithm or of late advanced technologies like deep learning and AI to come to a conclusion or a decision to compute what's necessary from that image. So the 3 parts in summary: material handling, image acquisition, and image processing. So coming back to the question of how do you select the right vendor? So as you can imagine, all the 3 components require different skills and competence. For material handling, you need knowledge of mechatronics, maybe robotics, pick and place machinery. Depends really on the kind of material that you're transporting in front of the camera. Doesn't require too much of in-depth knowledge about image acquisition or AI or machine vision. With image acquisition, on the other hand, your competence and skills and experience is really about what is the right hardware setup, what is the right camera to be selected, what is the right lighting or optics that need to be paired with the camera to make sure that you're getting the right image. And then the last part is probably more about software and computer vision, AI and deep learning if you are looking for an AI-based solution. So it's typically unusual to have all these 3 competencies under one company or one roof. And it's likely that you may need to go with an amalgamation or a hybrid approach where you source material handling from one vendor and maybe the machine vision part from another vendor. And in some cases, you may choose all 3 parts to be outsourced to a different vendor and then bring it all together. So ask the question, what is the most complex part in this entire solution? Do you have a complex material handling problem? Or is the complexity really in acquiring the images? Maybe you need specialized cameras which use maybe infrared or thermal imaging. Or is it really in the software? And that's where the selection guide can come into the picture. So once you know what is the most complex part of your solution, you will know how to evaluate the vendor based on how much experience he has in that complex part. And either you can choose to outsource or do it yourself, or the vendor may choose to partner with somebody who has expertise in the other areas which he doesn't have in-house competence. So here at Qualitas, for instance, we have deep expertise in both image acquisition and image processing. And we work very closely with a specialized set of partners who help us with material handling. So we work together, we understand how this integration happens between material handling, image acquisition, and a good understanding is developed between partners so that a one-stop shop solution can be provided to our customers. And that's the key to the right selection of vendors. Hope this video was useful. The next time you're looking for a machine vision solution, ask yourself, what is the complexity I need to solve, and choose the right vendor according to this complexity. Thank you.